Okay, so our game recap for week 3 is the Cowboys beat the Eagles pretty decisively, beat them 41-21. I said the Cowboys were going to win this game, but I also thought the margin would be a lot less. I thought the Eagles would keep it close. They ended up not. In this game, sometimes the score doesn't tell the whole story. It almost felt like the Cowboys almost beat them worse than they actually did. Because Jalen Hurts couldn't get anything going. Zeke had 95 yards on 17 carries. Tony Pollard had 60 yards on 12 carries. Dak Prescott, as I said before, I believe he completed 22 of 26 or 21 of 26 for 238. Dalton Schultz had a good game. Zeke Elliott had 2 touchdowns on his own. It was ridiculous. And the Eagles just didn't do very much. And when they did, they couldn't get off the field. The Chargers beat the Chiefs 30-24, and I thought the Chiefs were going to win. So, the Chargers showed me something, that they can perform well. It's more of a question of, how is this Chiefs defense going to fix itself? They need to do something. I tried to explain it last year when the Cowboys played. As great as the offense is, they can score points. The defense is going to give up points. So if the Cowboys were to score 30 points, the defense would give up 35. It's just, you're not going to win many games. The Chiefs, they fall in that same situation. They could score 40 points, but the defense is going to give up 44. That's the problem. And it feels like the Chiefs are lazy now. They're playing lazy. They feel like they can just turn a switch, as Rex Ryan said on Get Up yesterday. He said, "Look, it feels like they just flipped this. It feels like they think they can perform just flipping a switch, and they're going to be great. They can't do that. They're turning the ball over unbelievably. Like they haven't seen Mahomes throw an interception in September. Now they've seen it 3 times. Against the Chargers, they had one that kind of went. It was behind, but it still should have been caught. So it was on the receiver's fault and Mahomes' fault. And the second one, Mahomes just overthrew Kelsey. There was nothing that Kelsey could do. He couldn't dive forward because there was a defender right there. And it was overthrown by 2 or 3 yards. So it didn't work very well. The Saints beat the New England Patriots 28-13, and I thought the Patriots were going to win this game. But I liked what Sean Payton did last week when they went and played the Broncos, and they didn't play very well at all. And they lost. Sean Payton took all the blame and said, "Look, I didn't prepare them enough. I should have prepared them more. They were lost by the crowd noise. They go to New England, a very loud stadium, and they performed really well." I thought the score was going to be close. To me, the score doesn't even tell the story. To me, the Saints just beat them down. They took the ball away. Mac Jones hadn't thrown an interception. Now he threw 3 against the Saints. It's great game plan, great defensive game plan, and it rallied the Saints to a win. And then the the Bucks lost to the Rams 34-24, and this is because I think, again, I said the Bucks were going to win, but I didn't think the Rams' offense was that impressive against the Bears and against the Colts, and they just rallied against the Bucks. Like, it was unbelievable. Matt Stafford's throwing deep ball after deep ball, and it worked. It worked, and the Bucks looked really one-dimensional because they couldn't get the run game going. They had a hard enough time getting the ball down the field. They would make mistake after mistake. It was ridiculous. But I got another one right. I got Packers versus 49ers. I said the Packers were going to win. They did win 30-28 on the last second field goal. I question what's going to happen once they go against a really good football team that doesn't make the mistakes that the 49ers made. So now my record on the year is 10-4. As we enter week 4, the Panthers are at the Cowboys. The Cowboys are favored by 5. That's only because it was a big win against the Eagles. I really think it's going to be less than that. I really think it can be bitted down to 2.5, 3. If the Cowboys perform like they did last night and they play great defensively, great offensively, they can win. No J.C. Horn, no Christian McCaffrey to our knowledge. That's a big thing. I think the Cowboys can win. Close game. Very close game. I don't even think the Cowboys are going to cover. Cowboys are going to win, though. Very close game. 27-24. Chiefs at Eagles. They're actually giving the Eagles 7 points. And if we have the same Eagles as we did last night, the Chiefs are just going to railroad them. That offense is just going to go against the Eagles. The Cowboys beat them so badly because the Eagles kept playing zone and Dak just picked them apart. The Chiefs, if the Eagles play zone, the Chiefs are going to break them apart. That's just how they're going to do it. So I think the Eagles won't even cover. The Chiefs are going to just beat them seamlessly. Chiefs are going to win. Big game, I think, by the Chiefs as a bounce back. They're going to win 44-14. Bucks at Patriots. They're actually giving the Patriots 6.5. It might have to almost be more. I don't see the Patriots keeping this. But the Tom Brady Gronk revenge game against the New England Patriots. I see the Bucks just winning this outright. They'll win this, I think. Come back from the previous week. They're going to win 35-20 because I just don't see Mac Jones really being able to outgun the GOAT. Now, I put this in here because I was very much interested in it. I like how the Raiders have been playing. As the Raiders face the Chargers on Monday Night Football, Chargers are favored by 3.5 because they got a big win against Kansas City. However, the Raiders are that team. They keep rolling. If Josh Jacobs plays, the Raiders will win this game. Because I don't see the Chargers really going to be able to stop the run game and then stop Ruggs over the top. So I say the Raiders are going to win. Close game, though. Very close game. Raiders are going to win 24-20. My shocking team, and I actually put a prediction on this. Broncos versus Ravens. Broncos are favored by 1.5. They're in Maha, in Denver. The Ravens are going to have to show something. They're going to have to. I don't know how this is going to really go. The margin, I could see this going down to like 0.5 points for the Broncos. I see the Broncos barely sliding it out. I could see the Broncos winning a score of 21-20.